Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this position, it's white to move and the goal is to survive. Currently, black is threatening bishop f4 and then just moving the king and you are checkmated. So, white has only one pawn that can move and only one legal move in this position. The question is, what do you do? How do you promote? So let's go with the most reasonable option and just immediately you probably have auto promote queen on. Promote to a queen. What's wrong with that? Well, after bishop f4, I'm threatening to just move the king and mate you. So if you move your queen anywhere, I don't know, just if you just check, let's just say you check me, I just move, and that's going to be mate. The queen has to jump in between, but that's mate, right? Because the king is blocked off. This pawn is a superstar. So you might think, well, instead of me getting mated immediately, I don't have to get mated in one. If I put my queen here, sure, that's not mate in one. I move out of the way. This is a pin. You have to take it. I capture, and now what? You're going to have to run away, but I am threatening to push this pawn. I'm also threatening to come in here, take this pawn, and then push this guy. You can't cover both of those things. So that's not working out. So that's not going to save white. So you go, okay, what else is there? If I promote to a bishop, maybe, I can get on this diagonal first. Well, does that work? Well, kind of, right? If I go here now, what does black do? Well, they could get in the way and say, hey, if you take me like this would be stalemate, right? Clever. But I don't have to take the bishop. Instead, just move here. That's check. So you have to take me. And now we're in the same situation as last time. This king has only one move, and I just come in. And you have to card this guy because he's going to promote, and I'm going to come take this guy. Okay, so a bishop doesn't quite work. And maybe there's another white move. Maybe you say check. Again, it doesn't work. That's check, which means you have to interject, and then I take, and that's mate. So what is it now? Well, is it a knight? Well, no. I go here. How are you stopping this? You do this? Is that enough? Well, you could, but just take. That's not stopping it. That's just prolonging it. It's not going to stop the inevitable. And then maybe knight d4 is what the computer's saying. Just give up the piece. And that's fine, right? This will work. I'm playing this by myself without computer assistance, so I'm sure it's not objectively best, but this is winning, clearly. So the knight's not going to be good enough. So now here is the amazing part of the puzzle, and this is what I wanted to show. And it's so cool. So if you see it, let me know in the comments. This is amazing. So you promote to a rook. It's a rare instance where you need to promote to a rook and not a queen. Now what's the difference? Right now I'm threatening, remember. The bishop has to go to f4 to threaten mate. And there's not really much better for black there. Well, now the rook goes to d2. Okay, now what's that doing? Well, right now, I pretty much have one move, right, as black. If I move my bishop back or something, then I can just teeter back and forth. Right? If the king ever moves, I go back to d2. Instead, the anticipated line is if I move the king, this is now stalemate. And the reason why the rook is here instead of the queen is because the queen was able to capture the bishop. But by putting a rook here, you're making it an absolute pin so that the rook can't move, the king can't move, and it's stalemate. So the nuance is, if it was a queen, it could capture the bishop, but if it was a rook, it has to stay put, and that's making it stalemate. So this is the best move in the position, to promote to a rook. Have you seen that before? Is it just me who's never seen that? I thought this was absolutely phenomenal because after bishop f4, which is the best move in the computer's eyes, what else really are you going to try? You're going to take this pawn? Is that really what you're going to do? Because if you take this pawn, what does the computer say about this? Rook d3 check, and then this is going to be, yeah, that's a draw. Look at that. That's amazing. So the rook saves the day. If you saw that, let me know. If you've ever seen this puzzle before, this is the first time I've ever seen it. This is amazing. I absolutely love this idea of promoting to a rook and winning the game. But that's it for this video. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe. I put new videos out all the time, and my whole goal is to help spread the game of chess and help out charity. So every single person who subscribes helps me do that. Thank you so much. Bye.